Welcome to Grumpy Sheep, Happy Llama. I am Robin.
I'm Sylvie.
And we're still talking to you from Eastern Ontario, Canada. However, we're in a different location today. Today we are in a local greenhouse, which is beautiful. We can come here and have coffee in the afternoon, which is fabulous.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so we're here. It's not going to be our usual podcast. This time our podcast will be the Kemptville Stash It Fibre Fest, which was fantastic. We went around only
You did too.
Well, interviewed people, showed their wares. I kind of directed Sylvie, hey, she's ready to talk to us. And then she said, okay, ask her the questions. So then she was asking the questions. So that's pretty much what we did. So we'll show you the different vendors and stuff at this Fibre Festival. Highly recommend. I recommend next year if you live close to Kemptville, Ontario. I think it was worth the drive.
It was definitely worth the drive. It wasn't very big, but it was very cozy, and you still had wonderful selections of different vendors selling different things, different yarns or notions, bags and whatnot. It was just a wonderful festival.
It was very well curated.
Yes.
They had everything from stuff for spinners and sewists to cross-stitching to finished items that were for sale as well from other makers. So when Sylvie says it was cozy, I think what she meant to say was that it was very warm and welcoming because it was not, although the Fibre Festival itself was kind of small in that it was not a massive thing with a billion people, there was lots of room. So people that had wheelchairs, for example, it was very easily accessible.
Very much so.
Very well organized and very well curated.
Yes, and it was organized by Carberry Farms.
Yes,
Karen from
Carberry Farms.
Yeah, so we'll have a little interview with her afterwards if you want to stay and check out what she had to say about the festival. And all of the vendors that were there will be listed in the description box below. So if you're interested in anything, you can definitely contact them or visit their website, which I encourage you to do. So let's encourage our local vendors.
Absolutely. And we're going to be going to another Fibre Festival.
Yeah.
When you see this, we'll be there. Or almost. It'll be the next day when we go there. We're not going to be interviewing with that one, though. But we will enjoy that and then figure out when we're going to do our next episode.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I hope you enjoy.
Exactly. Have a good day and have fun shopping.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay, so we're heading off. There's Sylvie, she's the driver. We have Tiffany, who just climbed into the back seat. And then we have, Denise. There she is, over my shoulder. Oh, she's not focused at all. Sorry. Yeah, so we're heading off to Stash It. Yeah, Stash It Fibre Festival in Kemptville. All right.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Hello.
Oh, I didn't know Nancy's working here.
Nancy's there too. Yeah.
Where do you have to go?
You're not a silly.
How did you get pre-selected volunteer? And is it you need thought on it? Oh, they seem like ours. Is that one?
Yep.
Okay. And there's definitely a side for the
So we're here with Judy Kavanagh, who makes a lovely spindles and other goodies for knitting notions and weaving and whatnot. So do you want to tell us a little bit more about what you do?
Well, I spin, I weave, I knit, and I make tools for fiber artists. And I got fiber and so on.
Perfect. And you make your own spindles, right?
Yes.
And how do you pick the wood, and what's the process of that?
Oh, I go to the wood store and I find beautiful pieces of wood and I say, oh, that would make a nice spindle.
Cool. And so how long does it take you to do one spindle?
Well, I make them in batches, so I don't start from the beginning on each one, but probably a couple hours, something like
A
that.
couple hours and you have one done? Oh, that's really nice.
That's all.
Yeah, well, I mean, I cut the pieces for the shafts and I turned the shafts approximately the right width. Then I cut out the whorls and then I drilled the hole in the whorl and I glued the shaft in and then I put it on the lathe and turned it.
Nice.
Does it
Well,
work?
they're lovely. I really enjoy your spindles. I know, and I know Robin loves them. She calls them Kavanaughs.
Yes.
Just trying.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we can reach you. You have a website? that
My
we can-
website, best place to find me is on Instagram.
Okay,
It's using my name. Kavanaugh with no U.
perfect. I'll link that in below in our description box.
And she has an Etsy shop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Marvelous.
Hi there, Robin.
I am trying the Purple Heart Drop Spindle by Judy Kavanaugh.
Ooh, very nice.
I'm not used to But I got a second skater for Super Soccer. Soccer 2 to do some more texture stuff.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly this, because I dyed that at the same time.
Yeah.
So we're with Evie Nis. She hand dyes her yarn, and I'll go through that afterwards. But when did you start dyeing your yarn?
Maybe about 12, 13 years ago.
Okay. And what made you want to start? Was it something for yourself that you just wanted to dabble and see what it was all about?
I did a dyeing workshop with friends, and it was fun, and I liked the process. So I just happened to be somewhere, and I picked up a few skeins, and where I was working at the Ashton General Store at the time. So I thought, well, try a few and see how it went, and they sold, and then another dyer let me buy a bit of undyed skein, so I just slowly started to do that.
Cool. And
kind
then
of see.
and then you started doing shows as well, the festivals and stuff. Nice.
Yeah, about a year or so later.
Nice. And what do you like? What kind of fiber do you like to dye on the best? What do you prefer?
I've been a bit of a blend. A lot of mine are merino. And I do really like how the silk linen comes out.
Yeah.
And then I have a new, it's an organic nylon blend over there. where
Just
it's
over
got-
here?
It's the first side over there.
Oh, organic nylon over
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. And it's an organic method for making it non-felted.
Okay.
It's a certified one. And I like how it feels. It feels a little more sheepy than a normal superwash does.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, Robin's done a couple of socks in it.
Nice. Perfect. Thank you.
I just wish I had
Oh, what? Do you want to put it in my bag?
Okay. We'll have the bag back whenever you're ready.
And is this for you or?
Does she have boxes, maybe?
No worries. Sure.
So when did you start sewing? What
I started when my son was born, kind of a typical thing, you're kind of nesting or wanting to try something creative. So I took a class at a local fabric shop, Fabrications in Ottawa. And my second class was making a zippered pouch.
Okay.
And I've always loved bags. So, when you get a free makeup bag,
Yes.
with your Clinique order, like I had a collection. And so when I figured out I could make my own and I saw all the cool modern fabric designs. That was it.
So are you a knitter as well? What made you
No,
think
but I
to
am.
knit?
I do cross stitch.
Okay, yes.
I like to stitch and embroider, and I love to sew.
Yeah.
So I loved making bags for my projects,
Yes.
for my little bits, for my notions. And so that's really, I started making bags in general, maybe 2017. But then I really leaned into the project bag and bags for makers and creatives because I really feel like I'm just making for myself.
Good.
We're just selling.
Yeah, exactly. I can't keep them all. So, yeah.
Great. Well, I really do like your bags.
Yeah.
They're really well made. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just in case you missed it, I was saying that I need to have a little bag for my new Judy Kavanaugh spindle, and look at this. It fits right inside. So here we go. Sold.
Perfect.
Yep.
Opens nice and wide.
Opens nice and wide.
Yeah, that's really nice. Eh?
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't do the, yeah, well,
How did you start with felting? Was it by accidentally felting a sweater, or did you do this intentionally?
No, I started with the jewelry. I was making jewelry and I wanted something different and not everybody was selling. So I started with the jewelry. And I decided to incorporate the zippers to sort of highlight and then from there I went into the felted pictures.
They're
So,
beautiful.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
they're really beautiful.
I really enjoy it. And now I do teach it as well.
Oh, nice. So where do you teach?
At the Alpaca Tract store.
Okay.
Or I can also, if somebody can get 6 friends together, a minimum of 6 people, I can come to your house and teach.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful girls' day out. So
Yeah.
So
That's really nice.
do you already have to be an artist or know how to draw? Because that's really beautiful.
actually,
Like, how do you?
for my courses, the picture will be drawn for you.
Okay.
So
So kind of like a paint by number. But not-
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
so the pictures will. Personally, I find the drawing the most difficult part,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
That's really nice.
So do you have a website or an Instagram?
I have Instagram and Facebook.
Perfect. We'll
Yeah.
put that all down in our descriptions box below.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
So it's Blue Barn Stitchery.
Yeah, I should have my sign up.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I like how you did it with the zippers. That's a really
Yeah,
good
it's really
idea.
interesting.
And okay, so from Alpaca Tracks. Oh, there you go, business card.
Yeah,
So, go ahead.
just so you know, I'm a representative. I'm their cousin.
Okay.
I'm not the owner, but
Okay.
I do their booths, like festivals, Christmas markets, and stuff like that.
Okay, cool. So, how many alpacas do they have on their farm?
You
know, about
no,
approximately?
but there's a lot. They're well
So
beyond
more
the
than 20?
yeah. They have several properties, and they have they raise them from calves to adults, and they shear, they clean it, they dye it.
Oh, they do their own dyeing as well?
Yeah, not all of it, but they do some dyeing. Like there's
Yeah?
2 samples right there
Oh,
that
yes.
they've dyed, and they have some hand dyed stuff over there.
Cool. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, for sure. And they have like that lady over there comes and do lessons
Yeah.
on felting, and
Yeah.
they have knitting and crocheting courses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in Merrickville. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're like they've been around for actually quite a while. They used to be teachers and they retired to do this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's been like a journey for them, but they love it.
That's great.
Awesome.
That's great. Well,
Thank you. How do we pronounce your name? Yele?
It means fairies in Romanian.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know one word in Romanian.
Yes. And you've sewn all these bags?
Yes.
Nice. I'm just gonna take a picture of it. So can you tell us again how you pronounce the name of your bag?
It's
Shop?
Yele.
Yele, and it means
It means fairies
in Romanian.
Romanian.
Very nice. I like that. So when did you start sewing?
Oh, a very long time ago. But I started making project bags a couple of years ago.
Okay,
And last year I started vending at markets.
nice. Are you also a knitter? How did you?
Yes,
you are. So that's
Knitter,
fun.
crocheter, cross stitcher, embroider. I don't know. I have too many.
Oh, you're like us.
Yeah.
we get it.
Yeah.
Well, your
Very
bags are
nice.
lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, they're very nice. In total.
13 sheep and 6 I'm gonna go.
Oh, yeah.
And they all have a name.
With your sheep, do you shear them yourself, or you have someone come in to shear the sheep and the?
Somebody is sharing with my animal because I can't do it. It's gonna take over an hour to shear one sheep.
Yeah.
And when I call Nicole or the other person, she shear one sheep in 7-8 minutes.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why I don't bother
Yeah.
shear my animal.
Yeah.
And then the wool, you send it out to be processed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I do most of the process. The only things that we don't do is the spinning business. When I get the fleece, I wash it. I clean it first by hand, and then I wash it. I card it,
Yeah.
and then I send it to be processed.
Oh, nice.
And when they get the wool over there, they restart the same process that I did, meaning my wool is cleaned twice.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's helped to have a soft fur.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Do you dye your wool, or
It's my friend.
your friend dyes the wool?
Yeah.
Nice. Thank
We
you.
do some natural dye,
Yes.
but they are really popular. The minute you say that's natural, it's coming from onion or it's coming from the river South Canada, golden rod.
Yes, yes.
We sell it right away.
Right.
Perfect.
We would like to do more natural dye, but it's the time missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a little-
I just use the flowers. Beautiful. And I use a Morden brown. Yes. 4 years. 4 years. So every spring. Exactly. I used to go my husband mows the lawn. Maybe in our next episode, so on the back, you're going to scan it and you're going to write it. So how often do you
So you own it's a brick and mortar shop, right, in Peterborough that you have?
Yes, I'm
And
actually south of Peterborough, on the Unceded River.
Okay.
And that's where the name came from, a river of yarn.
Oh, perfect.
And so we've been there 9 years already.
Nice, nice. So what made you decide to open a shop?
I was coming up to retirement from my full-time job. And I taught family studies for 30 years. And I've always loved to knit and do sewing. And so I thought, well, I can't just retire and do nothing.
Yeah.
This is my retirement project.
Oh, good. So what is it that you like about owning your own shop?
Meeting all the people that love to do things and make things and create things.
Yeah.
And I love to teach people how to do new techniques. And I'm always coming up with different classes for people to take.
Nice, nice. And what are some of the challenges you find owning a shop?
I don't see a lot of challenges. I figure that if I get challenges, maybe it'll be time to stop. No, I'm quite enjoying this.
Good.
I set my own hours. I can, choose to do shows or not do shows, and
Nice. That's good. Yeah, we noticed too that you have or sell some of the doodles from Pacifico, right?
yes, they're so much fun. I have some back here. I can show you.
Sure. Yes.
I like her skirt.
So what you do is you get the cards. So you get a deck of cards, like playing cards, and then she has done all of her charts, 24 stitches, and she has patterns for hats and mitts and towels and things. So you buy a package, you get 2 free patterns in it, plus you get the cards. She's got 2 different types. She's got a full deck, which are spring, summer, fall, or winter. And then she's got themed ones, which are half decks. So you can get like monsters or jungle or Valentine's or things like that. But it's a lot of fun. It's like coloring again. So you get to pick and choose your patterns. And she's got a great information package online that you can download. I'm having a lot of fun. I've got 2 samples back here.
Oh,
Yeah, I
good.
see the cat.
So this is the cowl. So I basically just, took some yarn, scrap yarn I had at home, and then did some different color design. And then with fall coming up, I took the autumn one and some
nice.
autumn colors, pumpkins, coffee.
Yeah.
But it's unlimited.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Go ahead. So do you do like a random draw for yourself? Do you just like spread the cards out and then just...
Yeah, I spread them all out and went,
And then
"Oh,
just
I like
pick
this
one?"
one and move around. And
Okay. Or do you do it without knowing? Do you put them upside down and then just do
you
that?
can do that, but
That'd
I
be
wanted
fun,
to
too.
know.
Yeah. Cool.
can people order online through your shop as well?
Yes, everything that I have is online.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I've got more.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So how are you? What is that?
Isabel.
Hello. From Les Belles Bouclettes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you have goats, right?
Yes,
Is it Angora goats?
Angora goats that gives more hair. So we have about 60 goats
wow.
this year, 20 babies. And so with their fleece, so we shear them twice a year. And we send the fleece after being sorted. That takes forever.
Yeah.
We send them to the fibre mill in Alberta, custom woolen mill. This is our new fibre mill.
Yeah.
And they did those 2 lovely blue yarn.
Yeah.
So this is a blend. So this is woolen spun. And so this is kid mohair, 70% kid mohair with a rambouillet.
Oh.
Yeah. And this is really bouncy.
Yeah.
This is really different.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
This is really nice. Because, yeah, I'm a fan of this yarn. This is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you dye your own yarn?
Yes,
with,
I hand dye it on the
Yeah.
farm too.
Nice.
Yeah. So we have some yarn, we have some locks, raw veins here. So this is also with the So a beautiful blend also with Rambouillet.
Okay, so this is the same mixture as the yarn?
This is made with yearling. So yearling is a teenager.
Right.
Yeah, but this
Okay.
is still really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and Rambouillet.
Beautiful.
So how long have you had your farm, your goats?
About 20 years, I think.
Wow. Okay.
Time flies.
Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So is that your owner?
I think so.
Hi.
Hi.
You're the owner here?
Hi. Can you tell us a little bit about your shop?
Well, all my fabrics have been rescued from heading to the landfill.
Nice.
So they are interior designer fabric samples. And when they're discontinued, they just throw them in the garbage. So I rescue them and I turn them into lovely bags and accessories, and there you go.
How do you rescue them? Do they
I
know
have a supplier in Toronto that's
Okay.
a big design house, and they call me when they have fabrics, and
Nice.
I go and get them, and then it's like Christmas.
Yeah. What made you decide? How did that come about? What made you decide to do that?
How did I get? Well, I started sewing. Well, I've been sewing for years since I was a little girl. But I think I was at my local yarn shop, Rosehaven Yarns in Picton, and they have a knit night, and they were asking about knitting bags, and I thought, I can make those. So I started making them, and then I thought, well, you know, I didn't want to just use quilted cottons. I was looking for heavier fabrics, and then one lady met me at a show and said, I have some fabrics you might be interested in. And then I made this long, convoluted connection with a gal in Toronto.
Oh,
So there you go.
interesting. So how long have you had your little shop for?
I started in, I believe it was 2014.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been at it a while.
Yeah. And we can find you online?
Yes, I'm online. I sell online, and I'm at various shows throughout Western Ontario as well as Eastern Ontario.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I have to pay accommodation and all that stuff. So I've been, you know, putting it off. But I might, yeah. It's a nice festival. Yeah, that's what I hear. And I hear the whole town gets behind it. Yeah. Yeah. And a good fundraiser too. So it's all good. I could
They're busy, they're talking. But this is Riverside Dye Studio. That's the dyer. It's Catherine. And that's her friend Julie who helps out. It's her minion.
Always beautiful.
Oh, her colors are, because she's a painter, she's an artist, she has a beautiful sense of color. And her color she uses such a percentage of dye. It's fantastic. And then her stuff, she tries to go for Canadian stuff too, which is beautiful. Aurora. Beautiful. And you did this helical knitting with another color? Is that what you did?
No, it just worked out.
It just looked like that. Been in business?
Probably 14 years, I'm gonna
I think that's
say.
about right.
Yeah, something like that. Like, but really truly in business, like probably 12 years.
Okay.
11 or 12 years. Yeah, where I got kind of bigger.
Yeah, because
She only came on board.
about 2008.
Yeah,
I think,
she's been with me about 11 years, I think. Yeah.
Because I was working with her then, and she said what she was doing, and
That's right.
oh.
I made her quit.
Ah.
No, she quit early.
I know.
I know. That was great.
So what do you like about dyeing yarn?
Oh, it's just so much fun to develop the colors, and I love knitting, so that's kind of what drew me to it. Yeah, I'm an artist, so I like to play with materials.
Project.
So what are some of the challenges you find with owning or being an indie dyer? Is there some challenges that or you just love it all? That to you?
Oh, for sure there is. I mean, it's hard physical work.
Yeah.
You're on your feet all day. It can be like super hot if you're dyeing in 30-degree weather plus humidity. That can be quite difficult to sort of power through that sort of thing. So that, on the physical side, that would be like my main, my main thing. But otherwise, I like most parts of it. I'm a little less interested in the administrative stuff. But
but that comes with the whole thing, right?
I love meeting people and seeing what they've knit with it, and that's really fun. I like the shows for that. It's really good.
So, what made you decide on the name Riverside? Is it because you're near the river, or?
Yes, originally my studio was on Riverside Street in Wakefield.
Okay.
And then I moved to a different studio, but I had already named, the business Riverside. It became known, and I'm still really close to the river. So
right. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's good to know. So your studio is where is it in your backyard, or do you have like a special?
No, I'm in an artist cooperative in Farrellton, which is just north of Wakefield, about 10 minutes up the highway.
Okay.
And I've been there I think we've been there for 11 years.
Nice.
So right from when it started, I moved into that building.
And do you dye on different bases? Different yarn bases?
Yep. I have, most of it is merino, some merino cashmere, some kid silk, some silk. I think that's pretty well it. We don't dye on any cotton or sometimes linen, silk linen.
Okay.
We've done that as well.
What's your favorite color?
That's a hard question.
You like them all?
Well, I guess my very favorite one is one of the first ones I ever did. It's called Cobalt and Rust.
Okay.
It just, I love the colors in it. It's like dark blue and it's got rust in it. It's got kind of an aqua kind of green in the middle. It's just,
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This one's on special. Yes, it is. And this one's. Oh, that's the stop sign, right? Got that.
Perfect, thank you. All right. You know what I was going to do? Bring you my spinning that I did at the and I think I put fun. I know, you should. We had not done our hair this morning. So she did her hair, but not her makeup. Oh. So did you spin? Yeah.
I said I need a
Because it's got buzz to it.
It's got some glow to it. For sure you could. It's not going to be quite as drapey.
This is Corinne. She's one of my crack dealers. So crack being sock yarn. She's a beautiful dyer. Love her stuff. I have almost all of her stuff, I think. And if I don't, I will acquire it shortly. So anyway, so this is her pretty string.
Hi. Hi, I'm Karen.
So yeah, we were just talking. We were just wondering, when did you start dyeing? When did you start
I
dabbling?
started dyeing probably in 2017 because I couldn't find the colors that I wanted. And I just started in my kitchen and it went from there. I now have a studio in my basement and it's what I do full time.
Nice, nice. And what are your inspirations? That's what we were saying. How do you get those beautiful colors?
Inspiration comes from everywhere, from nature, from pop culture, from all kinds of places, from spinning a wheel and having a color land on there and then saying, yep, I'm going to go with that one today.
Oh, cool. Very cool. And the names, you have really original names.
So they're always a bounce back between me and my best friend Kaisa, who comes up with a lot of the really good names, I think. And it's just a collaboration.
Cool.
Covidian. I just came across one of your labels I use as a bookmark, and it was Covidian. So again, I stick all your labels in my books so I can find them later and then I have a good chuckle over the names.
What's your favorite fiber to dye on?
Well, merino.
Merino?
Merino.
Yeah. And why? Because it sticks.
It takes the color so beautifully, and it's limitless what you can do with it.
Perfect. Great. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
The traditional passing of the bag at every festival.
So this is the festival colorway.
And
gorgeous. Yep, Stash It 2024 limited edition clear sunrise or cedar sunrise. Nice. So it was that one, and so that looks like a new color. Oh yes. And
oh yeah.
Is this for
the podcast? Yeah. Are you okay if I just film your stuff? Thank you. So why don't you tell us the name of your little shop?
So Bookhemet Designs. We're a cross stitch and embroidery shop as well as doing custom framing. We're based in Whitby, Ontario, as well as an online store.
Okay, perfect. And so this shop is, I just learned, a mother-daughter shop?
It's a mother-daughter team, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And when did you start?
26 years ago.
26 years ago?
26 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We just got online in the last 4 years, and we're slowly building our inventory. So it's taken a while online, but we've been in business 26 years.
So do you do mostly cross stitch or embroidery?
Cross stitch and embroidery. I deal with the inventory of that side, and Kim does the framing. I started with textiles at school and came back and fell in love with the business.
Oh, nice. And do you do a lot of cross stitch yourself?
I do. I'm working on a few from Blueberry Ridge, which is a Canadian designer out of Kennington.
Cool. Very nice. And what do you like about working in the shop?
I get to kit all the patterns and I don't have to stitch them. That's my favorite thing. I get to see and help with and play with color.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you have some different kind of floss. You sell the DMC, but also the
So we sell a little bit of everything. A lot of hand dyes from Cottage Garden meats. I like working with the variegated because you don't have to switch colors as often.
Yeah. And it gives a nice shade
and
to
it gives
too,
a nice
right?
sheen.
Yeah.
And then we just brought in the new Cruel Worlds from DMC. So it works like a floss, but like 3 strands of floss.
Okay.
So you can stitch with it or do meditative embroidery.
Okay. And the charts, do you sell, like I saw you had some Teresa Kogut and you had some...
We try to bring in a little bit of everything. Teresa Kogut, Primrose, Pansy Patch, and Quilts and Stitchery. Jeanette Douglas. We're trying to bring in a little bit more of the kits, the Canadian kits. So we have Canadian Stitchery, Mary out of Toronto, and the Hook Line and Tinker out of Nova Scotia.
Okay, so as a person who lives in the middle of absolutely nowhere, it would be a day trip, 2 days for me to get to where you're located. So would you accept something to be framed through the post, through Canada Post?
Yes, Canada Post will definitely accept it. The best way to do it is ship it to the store, and then we'll set up a Zoom meeting with you.
Okay. So then I'll have my stuff framed from a distance.
Yeah,
This is
and
great.
then we'll send it back to you.
All right, thank you. I hope so.
Thank you.
You're videoing it, aren't you?
The yarn, yes.
Better step out the way.
I won't get you. It's okay.
I'm not trying to give you room to take.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
I'm just trying to remember what it was.
Okay, so we were here with the owner of the Lab Fibers. What's your name again?
My name's Caitlin.
Caitlin, and how long have you been dyeing for?
I've been dyeing since 2021.
Since 2020. And what made you decide to start dabbling a bit in dyeing?
I was on mat leave and I was a little bit bored, and during nap time and all that fun stuff, my brain needed something to do. So I somehow ended up dyeing yarn.
Perfect. And what is it that you like about dyeing the yarn?
It's my creative outlet. So my regular 9-to-5 job is kind of pretty mundane, looking at finance and business resources and that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So this is where I get to play with color and have fun and have yarn to knit with.
Nice. And what do you mostly dye on? What kind of fiber?
Merino wool is, superwash merino is my main fiber. But I do carry some merino cotton, merino silk, and then some Surrey and mohair as well.
And we could find you on your website?
Yes, thelabfibers.com. And I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, everything like that is at thelabfibers.
Great. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thanks.
Thank you.
It looks like it's for somebody.
Aww.
Can you see?
A couple smaller ones in here as well.
Oh, so cute.
What do you do with the lavender out of curiosity? Do you do lotions or?
We dry it and we get it floss. We have my sister puts it in her silk.
Okay.
We're not set up right now for the lotions. It's goat milk, so.
It's too bad cameras can't smell.
I know.
There's soups.
Oh, and the little other critters.
Yeah, the little Becca.
Oh, it smells so nice in here.
Very nice.
Is this one of your... Ça vous dérange si je filme un peu Non, non, je ferai juste vos affaires, c'est correct?
C'est pour le show, ça, non?
Le podcast, oui.
Ah, ok.
C'est toi qui fais tout ça par à main? Le bois aussi? Wow.
I'm so sorry.
No, 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 that's okay.
I'm gonna get away.
No, that's fine. Okay, I have
Maybe there's one. So this is us. We're the podcast. Becky, she comes over. And we were asked to go around and look at your work. So yeah.
Hi, can you tell us a little bit about your shop, Crazy About Yarns? When did you start?
2020.
Okay.
During the pandemic.
Is that why you started dyeing? Because there was nothing to do?
Yes, I originally had started dyeing and posting on Instagram, and then people kept on asking if it was sale, and then I decided to start putting it up for sale, and seemed to really like it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You have a lot of skeins that are gradient styles, which I love.
I
Actually.
am obsessed with gradients.
You are obsessed
Yes.
with it, yes. So that's what you prefer to dye.
Yes.
Different gradients. Yeah.
Well, they're very time consuming, but
Yeah.
I love how they look. And it's more of a gradient fade.
Yeah.
So instead of having to make a gradient, a fade yourself, it does the work for you. So you can have it in a shawl. And then behind you, I've started making a sweater, and I've used the gradient.
Oh yes.
As the yoke, so you can see how
nice.
Yeah. So they're very versatile. Why not?
And what's your inspiration for your different colors, your different gradients?
The ones up here I've done after the James Webb Telescope photos of the planets. There are photos over there if you wanted to see the inspiration. So this is Jupiter, Mercury, Pluto, the moon, and then Mars. And then I've done the same thing with the variegated tunnels and the middies. And then I have them on all kinds of different bases.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're
And we can
welcome.
find you online?
Yes.
And on Instagram?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I do. In my pocket here. I know.
And here we are with Karen of Carberry Farm. She's the one who took on the organization this year. I'm not sure why. Did the other people just decide not to do this next year and then you just said, I'll do it? Or what happened with
What happened? There's a brief explanation on the website when it is up and running. Brenda Ward, who organized Leeds Grenville Fibre Extravaganza, had done it for a few years. It was a challenge for her to do it. It was put to her like, oh, we don't think you can do it, and she did do it, and she did it successfully. And it came time for Brenda to try something else, try something new. And she asked me if I wanted to take it on because we'd been there since the inception of it.
Yeah.
And because we do other fiber events and being local as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So I said, let me think on that because it's a big responsibility and I don't want to take something that's doing very well and just say go. So I did think on it and I said, yes, we need this for the community. We need it for not just the geographic community, but for the fiber arts community.
Absolutely.
And so here we are.
Yeah.
Our first inaugural stash.
There we go. It was a really nice, it's not too big. There's lots of space and it's not crowded like some events can be. Like we went to Knit City in Toronto and you could barely breathe. It was so closely packed. It was part of the excitement for sure. But you don't have as much time to look around. So here, it was a well-curated event where you had so many different crafts. You had vendors who were selling their own farm products. You had people who were cross-stitch, well, you'll see on the thing. So I just found that it was a really well-curated selection of people, and everybody was super nice to deal with. It was pretty good. I was also thinking that it would be interesting, because you were a vendor before, you would have a good idea of how to set everything up to make sure that everybody was happy.
Yes.
So how did you find that?
Some thought did go into that. Now, the previous event was held at the community center. And due to certain bylaws and regulations, booths have to be a certain size, walkways for safety purposes, because we don't want to repeat that fiber event that happened last year. Say it, but accessibility was forefront.
Yeah.
So we chose here, bigger venue. Bear in mind, we don't have a nice, huge conference center in the area.
Right.
At the same time, the price would go up for the vendors. So you want it to be affordable for the vendors to come. Otherwise, everything goes up. The price for them to come here, the admission fee, everything would go up accordingly. At the same time, because I've been vendor at many events, you kind of look around and see what's out there. You get to know your vendors. You see them at these different events. And if you look at some of the websites, you see a lot of the same type of things. And if you're looking at 50% of your vendors being, for instance, hand dyers, well, that's a lot.
Yeah.
If you have, 50% bag making or embroidery or whatever it is, it could be any of those. You want to mix it up a bit because you have all kinds of people doing all kinds of things and you want them to find somewhere. You want to expose them to what's out there, and you want your vendors to find new customers. You want them to keep going. You want them to develop. You don't want to see them shut down.
Yeah. Well, we thought it was a great event, so we thank you for taking it on, actually, to make it go, keep it going. Yes.
And that's encouraging, so that means I could probably bank on next year.
That would be nice.
And it was, I don't know, my sense of smell is, I was sick for a while, so my sense of smell is gone. But I was thinking, is it going to smell like gym shorts in the arena? And I have to say, I didn't smell anything like that.
No.
So,
Yeah,
so
it
that
was
good.
I found it like a bit of a risk because some people don't like this type of venue.
Yeah.
But the lighting was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, over time, it's not like it used to be. We have LED lights now, so it's a lot brighter. Right. And as you mentioned before, there's a lot more space, so you don't feel like crowded.
And there were a lot of people in wheelchairs who were able to easily navigate around the halls.
So then we blocked off more space at the front for parking for them.
Yeah, well, I think it was really good. I had fun.
Yeah.
And I pooped, but it was fun.
Thank you again.
And maybe you can come back and sell some of your wonderful fiber.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe one day.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Karen.
You're welcome.
Is there anything you wanted to add? Sorry.
Reach out. If you couldn't make it today and you're watching the podcast, check out some of the vendors. Reach out to them. And if there's something that appeals or if you need questions or ask about their products, by all means do so.
Great. Thank you.